I'm Mike, and today we're going deep into something I think we've all had to deal with at some point, job interviews. I mean, it's more than just, showing up and crossing your fingers right. There's a real art to it.
Oh, absolutely. It's almost like you're giving a performance. You're trying to show off all your skills and everything you've learned, but at the same time, you've got to connect with the person interviewing you.
Yeah, it's like a two-way street. You're trying to impress them, but you're also figuring out if this is even the right place for you. And to help us navigate this whole job interview maze, we've got the fantastic Sarah here. Welcome, Sarah.
Thanks, Mike. Glad to be here.
So, Sarah, we've got a mountain of research here, articles, tips, even some AI tools we can use. What really stood out to you from all this?
You know what surprised me is how much emphasis there is on getting ready before the interview. It's not just about having your answers ready. It's about having a plan to stand out from everyone else.
So it's more than just, sprucing up your resume and practicing that elevator pitch. What kind of strategies are we talking about?
Well, for one thing, you really need to do your homework on the company. And I don't just mean skimming their website. I'm talking a deep dive, understanding their values, the projects they've done recently, even checking out their social media.
Right, you want to show them you're really interested, that you've taken the time to learn about what they do. It's like, you wouldn't go on a date without checking out their Instagram first, right?
No, maybe not checking out, more like doing your research. But the point is, the more you know about the company, the better you'll be able to tailor your answers and ask questions that show you've been thinking. It shows you're serious.
That makes sense. So I should be setting up Google alerts for the company, maybe even looking through their LinkedIn profiles, see if I know anyone there. It's like being a detective gathering clues.
That's the spirit. And speaking of detectives, you can actually use some pretty cool AI tools to help you get ready.
Hold on. AI for job interviews. Now that sounds really advanced. Tell me more.
Imagine having a virtual interview coach right in your pocket. Tools like ChatGPT can help you practice answering those typical interview questions in a really structured way.
So it's not just about memorizing answers, but actually getting feedback on how you're saying things, making sure you're hitting the key points.
Precisely. And it can even help you come up with better questions to ask them, which is a huge plus. It shows you've been really thinking about the job and the company.
Wow. I'm feeling more confident already just hearing about this. It's like taking out all the guesswork. But let's say you've done all your research, you've practiced with your AI coach. What about the actual day of the interview? What are some must-dos?
Well, first impressions are everything, and that starts the second you arrive. Getting there 10 to 15 minutes early shows you're punctual and you respect their time. But don't show up too early. That can be just as bad.
Okay, so there's a sweet spot for being on time. Got it. And what about what to bring? Is there some secret survival kit every interviewee should have?
It's not a bad idea to have a few essentials with you. Think of it as your interview emergency kit. Breath mints a stain remover pen. Maybe an extra copy of your resume just in case. And don't forget a notepad and pen to jot down anything important or any questions that come up.
So it's like being a Boy Scout. Always be prepared.
Exactly. You never know what might happen. And it's always better to be over-prepared than caught off guard.
Right, because even little things can make a difference in how you come across. Okay, so I'm prepped, I'm on time, I've got my survival kit, I'm in the waiting room now. What?
Now's when you put all that research and practice to work. But before you even step foot in the interview room, remember this. Be nice to everyone you meet, from the receptionist to anyone you pass in the hallway. Every interaction matters.
Wow, I hadn't thought of that. Like you're auditioning the moment you walk through the door.
Exactly. You never know who might be watching, and positive feedback from anyone can really help.
That's a good point. So be polite, be engaging. Who knows, maybe that friendly chat with the receptionist will earn you some bonus points.
Absolutely. It's all about creating a good impression, and that goes beyond just the person hiring you.
Okay, so I've made it through the pre-interview gauntlet, charmed the receptionist, and now I'm face-to-face with the hiring manager. What's the first thing I do?
Well, first, take a deep breath and try to relax. It's natural to feel nervous, but try to channel that energy into positive enthusiasm.
Easier said than done, right?
Yeah.
But I guess it makes sense. Nobody wants to interview a robot.
Exactly. They want to see your personality come through. And remember, the interview is a conversation, not an interrogation. So listen carefully, engage with the questions. And don't be afraid to ask for clarification if you need to.
So it's a two-way street. I'm showing them who I am, but I'm also getting a feel for their company culture and whether it was a good fit for me.
Right. It's about finding that connection.
Speaking of connection, what about body language? I've heard it plays a huge role in how we're perceived. Should I be doing power poses in the bathroom beforehand?
Well, maybe not power poses, but definitely pay attention to your posture and eye contact. Sitting up straight, leaning in a little when they're talking, and keeping good eye contact shows you're engaged and confident.
Got it. Confidence, not arrogance. I can do that. But what about all those tricky behavioral questions they always ask? The tell me about a time when kind of questions.
Yes, the dreaded behavioral questions. They can be a bit intimidating, but there's a way to handle them effectively. It's called the STAR method.
STAR method. That sounds interesting. Tell me more.
So STAR stands for Situation, Task, Action, and Result. It's a framework for structuring your answers in a way that's clear and compelling. Basically, you start by describing the situation you were in, then outline the task you had to accomplish. Next, you explain the actions you took to address the situation. And finally, you highlight the result of your actions.
Okay, that makes sense. It's like telling a mini story that shows off your skills and experience. So instead of rambling on, I can give a concise and impactful answer that the interviewer will actually remember.
Exactly. And the great thing about the STAR method is that you can use it for almost any behavioral question. So if you practice using this framework, you'll be ready for anything they throw at you.
Okay, I'm taking notes here. STAR method check. Now let's talk about something I've always struggled with. How to subtly steer the conversation towards my strengths without sounding like I'm bragging. Any tips for that?
It's definitely a balancing act, but remember, the interviewer wants to hear about your accomplishments and what makes you a strong candidate. It's not bragging if you're simply presenting your skills and experiences in a way that's relevant and engaging.
Right. It's all about framing it in the context of the job you're applying for. So for example, if I'm interviewing for a writing position, I might talk about how my blog has thousands of followers and how I've been honing my storytelling skills over the years.
That's a great example. You're highlighting your relevant skills and achievements without sounding boastful. And remember, you can always use the interviewer's questions as a springboard to showcase your strengths.
All right, so if they ask about a time I faced a challenge, I can talk about a time I overcame a writing obstacle and how that experience made me a better writer.
Exactly. It's all about connecting the dots and showing how your experiences have prepared you for this role.
This is all making so much sense. It's like you're taking the mystery out of interviews and giving me a clear roadmap to success.
That's what we're here for. We want you to feel confident and prepared going into your next interview.
Well, I definitely feel more equipped now than I did before. We've covered a lot of ground here, but there's still so much more to unpack. We'll be back after a quick break to dive deeper into acing those interview questions and making sure you leave a lasting impression. Okay, we're back and ready to tackle the next stage of this job interview journey. We've talked about preparing, doing our research, even using AI to rehearse our answers. But now it's showtime. We're in the hot seat. The interviewer is looking at us expectantly. Sarah, what are some things we really need to nail at this point?
Well, Mike, something that people often forget is the power of really listening. It's not just about giving them the right answers. It's about showing you're genuinely interested and having a real back and forth.
Oh, I see what you mean. So instead of just spitting out memorized answers, I should be listening carefully, maybe even taking notes to show I'm present and really taking in what they're saying, kind of like what we're doing right now.
Exactly. Taking notes not only shows you're engaged, it also helps you remember important details later, especially if they have follow-up questions. And you know what else it does?
That's that.
It gives you a little time to think. Instead of jumping right into an answer, you can jot down a couple keywords, gather your thoughts, and then give a more well-thought-out response.
That's brilliant. It's like a secret weapon for staying cool under pressure. I'm adding note-taking ninja to my resume.
Haha, I love it. And while we're on the subject of showing off your skills, let's talk about a subtle but powerful technique, steering the conversation towards your strengths.
Okay, now this is where things can get tricky. We don't want to sound like we're taking over the interview or bragging about ourselves.
Right. The key is to look for natural opportunities to highlight your most relevant experience. For example, if they ask about a time you worked on a team project, you could talk about a project where you took on a leadership role or used a specific skill that connects back to the job description.
So it's about weaving in your accomplishments and skills in a way that feels natural, not forcing it, just letting it flow with the conversation.
Exactly. You're not trying to trick anyone. You're just showcasing the parts of your experience that are most relevant to the job.
Got it. Now, I've noticed that some people have this natural charm, this it factor, that makes them instantly likable. Can you learn that, or are some people just born with interview magic?
I think anyone can be charismatic. A lot of it comes down to confidence and how you present yourself. Remember what we said about body language. It can say a lot.
Right. So good posture, eye contact is a genuine smile. All of those things help create that impression of confidence and likability.
Absolutely. And it's not just about the words you say, it's how you say them. Speaking clearly, using different tones of voice. Even pausing for emphasis can make your answers more engaging and memorable.
Okay, so I'm picturing myself in the interview. I'm sitting up straight, making eye contact. I'm speaking with confidence and clarity. What else can I do to really knock it out of the park?
You know what often trips people up? Not making enough eye contact? You'd be surprised how many interviewers are turned off by candidates who avoid their gaze.
Really? I would have thought it'd be the other way around. Like staring too intensely would be weird.
It's about finding a balance. You don't want to stare them down, but you also don't want to look like you're hiding something. Think of it as making a connection, showing you're present and involved in the conversation.
So maintaining eye contact shows confidence and helps build that connection.
Got it. But what about when you get those really tough questions? The ones that make your mind go blank. Any tips for handling those smoothly? Remember the STAR method we talked about earlier? That's your secret weapon for any behavioral question, no matter how difficult. It helps you structure your thoughts and give a clear, concise, and powerful answer.
Right. The STAR method: situation, task, action, result. It's like a formula for interview success.
Exactly. And the more you practice using this framework, the more natural it will become. It will help you stay on track, even when you're feeling the pressure.
This is great stuff, Sarah. I feel like I'm finally starting to understand the secrets of the job interview. But what happens is the interview is wrapping up. How do I make sure I leave a good impression? Increase my chances of getting that call back. This is where I always feel like I mess up. I'm so relieved it's almost over. I forget to actually, sell myself one last time.
It's like a big finish, right? You want to end on a strong note, and this is where those insightful questions you prepped earlier can really shine.
Oh, right. Not just, when can I start, but real questions that show I was paying attention to everything they said.
Exactly. Ask about things that show you understand the role, the company's goals. Maybe even some challenges they mentioned. For instance, you could ask about their team dynamics, opportunities for growth, or upcoming projects you could contribute to.
Ooh, good ones.
Yeah.
It's like I'm already imagining myself there brainstorming with them.
Precisely. It shows you're thinking ahead and eager to be part of their success. And of course, always wrap up by thanking the interviewer for their time and reiterating your interest in the position.
So a little gratitude and enthusiasm go a long way.
Absolutely. It leaves them with a positive final impression. But the interview process doesn't end there, does it?
Wait, there's more. I thought I could finally relax.
Almost. Don't forget the all-important thank you note.
Ugh, thank you notes. They feel so old school, like something my grandma would make me do.
I know, but believe me, they still matter. It shows you're professional and that you genuinely appreciate their time. Plus, it keeps you top of mind with the hiring manager.
Okay, fine. I'll write a thank you note. But what if I don't hear back right away? How long should I wait before following up? Should I be hitting refresh on my inbox every 5 seconds?
Patience is key, Mike. Give them a week or so to decide. Then if you haven't heard anything, a polite follow-up email is perfectly fine.
So no need to stalk them on LinkedIn or blow up their phone?
Definitely not. A simple professional email expressing your continued interest is enough.
Okay, so thank you note, sent follow-up email, ready to go. What if, and this is the worst case scenario, they don't offer me the job?
Don't get discouraged. Rejection is just part of the game. Not every role is the right fit, and that's okay.
Easier said than done, though, when you're feeling disappointed.
I know. But try to look at it as a learning opportunity. What can you take away from the interview? What could you have done differently? Maybe even reach out to the hiring manager and politely ask for feedback.
Okay, so instead of feeling sorry for myself, I should use it as a chance to grow and improve my interview skills. Turn that rejection into fuel for my next interview.
Exactly. And who knows, the next interview might just be the one that lands you your dream job.
You've given us so much to think about today, Sarah. It's like we've uncovered all the secrets of the interview process from the very beginning to that final follow-up.
I hope so, Mike. Remember, confidence is key. Believe in yourself, showcase your skills, and don't be afraid to let your personality shine through.
Let my personality shine. I love that, because at the end of the day, that's what makes us unique, right?
Absolutely. Authenticity is always a good thing. And you know what? Some of these interview skills we've talked about can actually help you in other areas of life too.
Oh, that's an interesting thought. Like what?
Well, think about it. Active listening, communicating clearly, being able to tell a good story. These are valuable skills in any situation, whether you're networking, giving a presentation, or even just having a casual conversation.
Wow, you're right. It's like we've discovered a secret code for success, not just for job interviews, but for life in general.
Exactly. So go out there, rock those interviews, and remember, you've got this.
That's right. Thanks for joining us today, Sarah. Your insights have been incredibly helpful. And to all our listeners out